Aloha, and welcome to the Department of Planning and Permitting's tutorial video series for our new online permitting, licensing, and application portal. In this tutorial, we'll walk you through the process of applying for a building permit using our new online system. First, click on New Building Permit. At the top of the screen, you'll find a link to ROH 18-3.1. Please click on the link and take a moment to familiarize yourself with the page. This document outlines what type of work you can and cannot perform with a building permit. If your project doesn't fall under these guidelines, return to the home page and select the appropriate permit for your specific type of work. After reviewing the page, return to the building permit application. Under Step 1, you'll see the option to apply for a quick permit. Click on View Quick Information and Eligibility Flowchart to check if you're eligible for a quick permit. Please note, if your project is in a flood zone, special district, shoreline, has a violation, or falls under other restrictions, you will not qualify for a quick permit. In such cases, you'll need to submit a building permit with plans. If you do not qualify for a quick permit, return to the building permit page and proceed to Step 2. Click on the link that says Building Plans Format Checklist. This checklist ensures that your plans meet the standards required for the City and County of Honolulu permits. If the checklist is incomplete, the review of your plans may take longer. Once you've reviewed the checklist and gathered the necessary information, return to the New Building Permit page. Now, let's begin your application. Click on Start Building Permit. Important note, do not press your web browser's back button during this process. This will reset your permit application and force you to start over. Instead, use the previous button located in the bottom right corner. Let's start with project information. A project is a way to group related permits and applications under a single name, making it easier to track and reference them in the future. If you have already started a project, please type the name in the search box below. If not, click Create a New Project. You will then be asked to create a project name and indicate whether it is public or private. A private project is a residential or commercial development. Most projects will fall under this category. A public project is a project that is funded by the city, state, or federal government. If you select public, you will then be asked to choose which public entity the project is for. After making your selection, go down to the land disturbance question. If your project involves things such as digging, breaking up existing grass, concrete, or asphalt, and/or exposing bare soil, then you would select Yes. If your project requires an erosion and sediment control plan, you will then have to identify the category and priority of the project. If you aren't sure, look at the definitions and flowcharts below. After you're done, click Next. Next, let's locate the parcel or building where your work will take place. Click on Search Honolulu Address in the right corner of the interactive map. You can also search by TMK if you have that number. Once you enter the address, the map will display the property location. You can zoom in to see the parcel number. Click on the Flood Layer button in the bottom right corner to check if your project is in a flood zone. If it is, you may need to apply for a flood review or floodway permit. We'll provide instructions for this in a later tutorial. You can also switch to satellite view from the bottom right corner for a more detailed map. Once you confirm your parcel location, look for the box below that says Additional Location Information. Please provide details such as the building name, unit, intersection, neighborhood, or any other relevant information about the property. If none of these apply, type NA. If you are constructing a new building, click on the Needs New Address button. Click Next to continue. The system will now display more information about your parcel, such as warnings, violations, and its flood zone status. For example, this parcel is in Flood Zone X. The system will also notify you if your parcel is in a special district. If it is, you may need to apply for a special district permit depending on your project. To see if you need a special district permit, click the See More Information Here link. Scroll through the page to determine if your project requires a special permit. If it does, return to the application page and click on the link to submit a special district permit to complete the necessary details. If you already have a special district permit, enter the permit number in the Search Permits box. If no permit is required, continue by clicking Next. Let's now choose the type of building permit you are applying for. Click the Special Category Permit box only if it applies to your project. Otherwise, leave it set to None. Next, go to the Use Class field to specify if your work is residential or commercial. For residential projects, this might include single-family homes, two-family homes, or accessory residential structures. For commercial projects, this includes multi-family structures, industrial buildings, and mixed-use properties. If your project is commercial, you'll need to provide additional property or building details. Scroll through the available categories and make a selection that best applies to the project. After making your selection, click the forward arrow to apply it to your permit. To remove a selection, simply click on the back arrow. After making your selections, proceed to the Work Type section. This helps categorize the type of work being done. Finally, select the appropriate subtype, which specifies the specific work. You can make multiple selections here, including options like air conditioning, kitchen renovation, or fire alarm installation. Once you've reviewed your selections, click Next. Let's look at residential locations. You'll be asked to select the type of unit you're working on. As with commercial projects, choose the type of work you're performing and click Next. Each work type has a different scope of work. Provide any necessary details for the selected work type and click Next again. You'll be asked to provide additional information about your project. We encourage you to complete this section to help us review your permit more efficiently. While the required information will vary depending on your project, you must include an estimated value for the work. Now, let's move on to contact information. Search for any contacts or businesses who should be associated with this application. Once added, indicate their relationship and if they should have any access to your record. Also indicate all relationships you have to the work being done. For example, if you are the owner as well as the plan maker, please add yourself as both of those contact types. You, the person filling out this form, are automatically listed as the applicant. If a different applicant is to be listed, you may do so by adding them with that relationship. Once you list the planner, owner, all necessary contractors, and ESCP coordinator if needed, then you can proceed to the next page. Go through the terms and conditions and click Accept. You'll now have the option to review your information before submitting your application. This is an important step because once submitted, the information is locked for review by the department. If any information is incorrect and needs to be updated, only DPP can make the changes. To review your information, click the Go Back button. Do not press your web browser's back arrow, as this will erase your application and you'll have to start over. Once you've confirmed the information is accurate, click Confirm. Your building permit application has now been submitted. You will receive an automatic email notification when your plan review fee is ready to be paid. Before you can pay, your application may need to be approved and the fee finalized. A new feature this year is online payment by credit card. Please note, a 2.35% service fee will apply to all online transactions. If you prefer, you can still pay by check or cash and mail or deliver the payment to the DPP office. Make sure to include your contact information, file/permit number, and TMK. All fees should be payable to the City and County of Honolulu. Once you're done, click Finish. You will now receive a notification in the top right corner to submit any required forms for the project. Click on Submission Requests. Under Tasks, click on Applicant Upload Task. Submit any drawings, documents, or external agency approvals that are needed for your project. Click on the confirmation box and then click Submit. Your pre-application process is now complete. You can monitor the status of your application using the online portal. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out our other tutorial videos for more on the permit application process.